Might be anyone, a lone fool out in the sun. Your heartbeat of solid gold. I love you, you'll never know. When the daylight comes, you feel so cold. You know, I'm too afraid of my heart to let you go. Waiting for the fire to light, feeling like we could do right. Be the one that makes tonight, 'cause freedom is a lonely road.
Okay, so we're here at Swarkestone in Derbyshire. So I came out 6 in a draw out of 38, amazingly enough. I was more than shocked myself. So I picked peg 10, which is called the corner. As it suggests, I'm in the corner of the lake. So I think this is round about the northeast end. There's meant to be a change in the weather and the wind tomorrow to southwesterly, so it should be blowing at this end, which is good. I've got one off of the corner of that island there with a boat, because you can use a boat, and then I've got one sort of out in the middle ground, only 11 wraps because there's a swim on the other side which commands the other side of that island, so you sort of cut off a little bit, but there's plenty of water here and they do sneak in. And then I've got another one tight down that margin there in probably 7 foot of water, just in front of a Canadian weed bed. A semi soft bottom. There's quite a lot of there's a lot of mussels in here. The actual margin is littered with them. I'll probably show that in the zebra mussels, which is one of the reasons why you can, or they ask you to use leaders on there if you're going too far out. But yeah, there's plenty of gravel patches as well, but I was trying to find more of the silt areas. I think that's probably where we're going to see them if they're going to feed. But yeah, 38 swims, 38 people on, a couple of people doubling up, so everywhere is taken, which is probably a bit unusual for them. But it's an open weekend, so we'll see. No fish have been out so far apparently. But yeah, the rods are in now. They won't come up until dinner time tomorrow. So yeah, Poltergeist Tackle, terminal tackle, and then EVG baits and particles. So it's a mixture of the test bait and the Diablo hard hookers that I've basically created a crust on in the last few months, and Diablo pop-ups, just to make small snowmen. So I'm not fishing anything popped up as such, because the bottoms I'm fishing on is pretty clean. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's an experience, so nice to fish a syndicate water that's normally closed to everyone. It's I think it's £1,000 a year, so it's a pretty posh old place. Drive around all the swims. All the swims are really well maintained. I think they've given them a cut before we all turned up, but I think they're just well maintained anyway. Yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, here with a couple of guys from Poltergeist Tackle, so it's good to catch up with them for the first time and have a few laughs, a couple of beers. We had a barbecue earlier, so yeah, we'll see what the weekend brings here till Sunday. So hopefully this evening and tonight bodes well into the morning, and we'll see what occurs. So Saturday morning at 6:30. That wind's now turned. It's coming in this way. Whether that'll be an advantage to us or not, I'm not sure whether they follow the wind here, and obviously only a new wind from today, so probably don't have enough time to actually capitalise on it maybe. But nothing in the night, not a bleep. The other two guys here with me, next swim along, have had a couple of single bleeps and that early hours this morning and about half an hour ago, so there may be a few fish about. Didn't hear anything last night at all, and yeah, can't say I really heard any of the alarms going off, so very quiet. But it is what it is. It's the challenge. You've only got, I mean, you're here from Friday dinner time to probably 10 o'clock on Sunday, so you've not really got a full 48 hours. So it's a bit of a tough ask when you've never been on the water, and obviously there's a lot of disturbance for the first 12 at least, probably. Yeah, it's one of those. Anyway, still great to be out fishing somewhere different, and you just never know. Yeah, just bring you down into the swim. Dogs decide to get out the unlucky mat. See what's going on. So this is the corner. It's a nice one actually. Once he strimmed it out, got some blackberries behind me. I'll have to see if there's any available while I'm here. Oh, there she goes. Back in. Confidence in my ability to catch something. Yeah. So yeah, nicely decked out. Couple of slabs there. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, first morning on the Swarkestone open weekend. So you got here yesterday, sort of just after 7 o'clock in the morning. You get time to walk around the lake. It's 80 acres, 38 swims, so it takes a little while. The draw was at 11 o'clock. Amazing, I think I came out like 6th in the draw, so yeah, I was pretty shocked. Never normally have that sort of much luck, so to speak. But picked peg 10, which is a corner peg with an island to my right and a couple of channels. This is on the northeast end of the lake, so I'll get the prevailing southwesterly winds, which have turned today. Now they're coming in, and I'll be able to hit the rain on the Levy reef as well. So yeah, conditions look good. Just depends on how quickly they move on the new wind, if they even do at all. Didn't see anything show yesterday afternoon. Nothing in the night. Didn't hear anything. No one else's alarms has gone off. The Swarkestone Facebook page hasn't got any catch reports from anybody that's on it, so I think it's been quiet for everyone. But obviously 38 people turning up, taking over the whole lake, throwing a few leads about. It's going to probably push them to the middle, which you can't get to, so it's hoping that it will start moving back out into the bays and the channels from there. Yeah, so I've got 3 rods out. My left hand rod sort of down to the right hand side in about 10 foot of water, 15-20 feet off the bank, in a little bit of silt. There's a lot of swan mussels. There's a lot of swan mussels, and there's an awful lot of zebra mussels littered everywhere, but yeah, it's one of those things you just deal with. So it's a very rich sort of lake for the fish anyway. Angler's bait is probably our main priority, so you're up against it maybe a bit there, but you never know, do you? So yeah, so that left hand rod's out there. That's on an EVG Diablo hard hooker, which I've been prepping with like a crust over a few months, and then a small Diablo 12mm pop-up, so it's like a little snowing rod. Middle rod is 11 wraps. That's like the furthest rod out in the bay again, and like just on the silt or clay it is, just between a couple of like gravelly areas or like with mussel beds, one of the two. That one's on an Octoberry hard hooker with an Octoberry proper hard, just as like a sighter really. I don't want it to lift it too much off the bottom. And then the right hand rod, which is to a corner of an island. So you can use boats here, so I've used my boat, I haven't used that for absolutely God knows how long. Wasn't even sure if it still worked, but it does. So just trip that one out and drop that, and it's like 10 foot off that island. The bay I'm in, the average depth is probably 8 foot, 8-9 foot, so it's got a good depth to it, especially in the sort of next gravel pit. Expect that bit. Yeah, so that last rod's on new test bait, and then just a double 15 there on the bottom. I've got like a hopper full of pellet, and some crush boilies and some whole boilies as well. That's gone over each rod, and then yeah, I'll just stick it out a little bit, just a mixture, not too much, just trying to get a bite out of it. So yeah, so that was a mixture of the EVG Octoberry Diablo and the test painted one as well from EVG Baits and Particles. That's obviously along with the pellet that's gone in as well. And then yeah, the rigs and the terminal tackle, I've been using it from Poltergeist Tackle. Yeah, done me proud in the past. A couple of guys I'm fishing with on this open weekend there from Poltergeist Tackle as well. So it's good to catch up with them for the first time and have a chat. Just about life, you know, what you do over a couple of beers. I had a barbecue yesterday. I'm not sure what we'll do today with this weather, but yeah. So that's what it is. Nothing to report as it stands at the moment, but fingers crossed something might happen. And it's just nice to be able to experience somewhere else. Obviously it's a close syndicate normally, so the experience, like surroundings, are stunning. You'll see on some of the other clips as well. So the fish is a bit of a bonus, like a bit of an old cliche thing to say, but it is. But it'd be nice to see at least one of us catch something. But in the lap of the gods, got what I need, got the terminal tackle and I got the bait, so I just need the fish. Anyway, see what happens later on to that. So encouraging. I've just seen the first show. Probably sort of there. So a good 40-50 yards away from me, to the left hand rod in the corner or the middle rod that's 11 wraps out in the bay. But it's a fish. It's a full breach. It wasn't a big carp, but it was definitely a carp, so let's hope this wind brings a few more. It's sort of Saturday afternoon, early afternoon now, and yeah, nothing's happened as yet, although I've seen my first show. So sort of 34 yards, maybe 50 max between the left and the right. I'm in the set. I've been pushing in there since early hours this morning, so it looks good for a bite, but that doesn't mean to say it is. Yeah, one of them. But it has been enjoyable to be here, so something different. Well, I've got a friend playing stick. Oh, good willow. So yeah, it's last chance saloon again. So Saturday evening now, it's about 6:30. Nothing's happened today apart from that show that I saw earlier on. I've left the rods in, I'm not going to move them until tomorrow unless they go. Stick to a bit more test bait of Octoberry and Diablo over the top just to refresh stuff, but yeah, it's one of them. It's looking like bob on out there for something to happen, but there's been some fish out today. I think there's probably 7+ fish out now, but unfortunately they've all been coming off from like the shallow areas which are on the opposite end of the lake to where we are, so maybe we picked the wrong side to go, but a lot of the swims on that side went pretty early on in the draw in order for us to stay together and have a bit of a social as well. It wasn't really possible, but maybe should have been a bit more I don't know. Yeah, one of them. But anyway, it's been great to come. To be fair, I didn't really expect to catch. Not that you should ever come fishing and not expect to catch, but yeah, it's just it's nice to get out and meet the guys. And something else we'll be doing again. Now the dogs are turned up now, so they've been having a good time. You can see them, where are they? There you go. That's Rex. 2 swims down. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Anyway, still in it to win it. Got till probably about 10 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to go. The rain's coming in from 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, so it's going to be a wet pack down. Not that I should be used to that already, but yeah, so getting everything in the car as best we can. I don't know, you probably see, yeah, the car's back there, so it is nice that most of the swims are fishing out of your car, so that's a bit of a difference to that. But yeah, it's nice. We'll see what happens. You never know.